Hello everyone, and welcome back to Friendsim Fridgestuck. Join me, Jen, your out-of-breath host, as we cover the last Phil? The sky turned off. My Windows XP wallpaper sky went night mode.
It should right itself in a moment, Miss Jen.
That was freaky. Woo! Okay. Without further interruption, you know 'em, you love 'em. Here is the first half of Hiveswap's Purple-Blooded Trolls. Chauve's first name is French for ruckus, rowdy, heckling, or din, essentially any loud, distracting noise. It's also the alternative name for the can-can dance. Her cast name derives directly from the Maenads of Greek mythology, female followers of Dionysus. While they participated in mad drunken rites for their god's honor, they also killed people. For example, there's Orpheus, who was killed in a brutal fashion when he refused to honor Dionysus. The cult of Dionysus is a reoccurring subject when it comes to Purple Bloods, and I've already made a video about it, so let's move on from there. Chahut is arguably the most religious of the Purple Bloods in the Homestuck universe. Hard sell, I get it. She takes her faith seriously, regularly attending clown church, where she's one of the more outspoken members of her congregation. In fact, one of her major worries is that her fellow Purple Bloods in outer space will not be pious enough for her tastes. This is to the point that she doesn't fear culling, if it means that she can avoid going off-planet. Given the rather violent nature of the clown religion, Chahut is completely desensitized to murder. Even her scrapbooking hobby involves using blood and other such trophies from her kills to decorate the pages. She also has murder hangout sessions with her best friend, Amisia Erden, who uses blood in a similar artistic way. Speaking of Amisia, Chahut is shown to be protective of some of the smaller folk, most notably the MSPA reader, while inside the church. This does not extend to everyone, as she'll eagerly attack low bloods for fun while acting indifferent to outright insulting towards the violet and fuchsia castes. At nearly 9 sweeps old and 2 weeks from exile, Chahut is the oldest of the Friendsim trolls. She's also the biggest, considering the MSPA reader says that she's even taller than the one adult troll they've seen. For her typing quirk, only the letter T is capitalized. This is probably because her weapon of choice, besides her muscles, is the hatchet, which the letter T could resemble. Chahut's sign is Caprinius, sign of the credulous, making her a potential prospect dreamer and a hero of hope, like Jake English. This is such a strange party. To be credulous is having or showing too great of readiness to believe things, which makes sense because of her strict adherence to the teachings of the clown messiahs. But also it's incredibly ironic, since she acts as the skeptic during Joey Clare's trials. Maybe she believes Joey is that much of a liar. As for other appearances, Chahut attends Elward's party during Daria Jonjat's route in Friendsim Volume 17, having fun creeping out the Jade Blood teen with her classic murder jokes. She also shows up in Hiveswap Act 2 on the Purple Blood car with her other castmates, where she acts as a prison guard of sorts for Zephyros Trito, while Joey solos her quests for the clowns. However, it's her dialogue before the quests that really sticks out. From what the post-canon team insinuates, the clown religion of Alternia is not just a parody of the insane clown posse that the Condis uses to control the strongest trolls on Alternia. Rather, their gospel essentially is about the events of Scrub, the universe-creating game. Chahut says that Alternia is a phantom of the previous world, one that failed to become a new universe. Which, if you read Homestuck, you know is true. Man, it'd sure be crazy if another thing from the clown religion turned out to be real. Now let's talk about this weird concerning child. According to Hiveswap's director, Aisha Ufara, Karako's name derives from Karakoze, the Arabic word for clown, though I can't seem to find anything confirming that in the dictionaries I've read. Maybe I've missed something. His cast name is more straightforward, deriving from Perot, meaning Little Peter, a kind of mime. Considering Karako's grayscale paint coloring even his horns, and his inability to speak in anything but honks, this is a pretty clear connection. However, historically speaking, before being adopted by the French, the Perot was a sad figure in the Italian Commedia dell'arte theater. His character was often connected to tragedy and betrayal. Don't ask me how I know so much about Commedia dell'arte. It's not important. Funnily enough, there is a Vocaloid song called Karakuri Perot, meaning Puppet Perot. Coincidentally, the song involves Hatsune Miku facing a quote-unquote sad ending in a relationship. Karako is definitely one of the most confusing characters in the Homestuck franchise. His Friendsim troll call didn't list any facts about him, with his name kept as a mystery up until his Friendsim volume's debut. We didn't even learn his last name until the character selection screen. Something I find funny is that even though Karako can't speak Alternian and Joey can't understand honks, the MSPA reader can, probably due to direct interference from Doc Scratch. The strangeness continues as Karako is the fourth named troll in Hiveswap Friendsim to die on screen, joining Diamond Sakali, Torona Cassand, Boulder Lamati, and later Zebra Kodak. In one of his good endings, yes, his death counts as a good end, Karako, along with the MSPA reader, is given the Valhalla treatment, taken up to the Dark Carnival by winged mannequin Valkyries. This means that, in some shape or form, the clown afterlife is real, though the mannequins are giving me some red flags. Really? Right in the middle of... Phil? All the lights started dimming this time. Stop goofing around.
It's not me. See?
Must be one of the OCs getting stir crazy. I'll talk to them later. The concerns keep mounting as Karako's death is described with two near-perfect Bible quotes. The first is from Isaiah 53, and the second is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 10. The prophet Isaiah spoke of the Messiah, who would take away the world's sin through a terrible, shameful death, and, about 700 years later, Jesus of Nazareth would reveal to his disciples that as the Messiah, he must go to Jerusalem and die at the hands of his accusers, in order to rescue the world from their sins. As one who enjoys a good biblical reference, especially one that confirms the identity of Jesus as the Christ, I really appreciate this. Though it confuses me as to why Karako is analogous to the Messiah. Like, why, dude? Why? Though Karako's last name does make him a Little Peter, and the Apostle Simon Peter was well known for throwing down.
And if we get attacked, Simon would be happy to show us what to do.
Absolutely.
Karako's sign doubles as a dog tag of sorts, as the reader discovers, labeled with his name and that he's to be returned to Branya Ursama in the Jadeblood Caverns when found. We know from Friendsim that sick and injured grubs are secretly cared for by Branya, but this is the first time we see a pupated troll child confined to the caverns. It's possible that, whether due to being unusually small for a purple blood or some other reason, Karako was not chosen by Eleusis, and therefore would be consigned to death if he went out alone, which we know is true. I doubt we'll ever know the real reason why. Karako's sign is Kapira, sign of the unwavering, making him a potential prospect dreamer and a hero of mind, like Terezi Pyrope. As for other appearances, hold on to your hats. This is gonna be messy. Chronologically speaking, Karako does not canonically die during the events of Friendsim, as he's an interactable passenger on the Purple Blood car in Hiveswap Act 2. Considering how Act 2 ends, it's safe to assume the little tyke did not survive, as he later shows up in PesterQuest Volume 10 for Fefri Peshi's route. According to the post-canon team, not only has Fefri been talking to the Dark Carnival for advice, Karako acts as the mouthpiece to the clown afterlife. Now translated by Fefri's metaphysical periscope, the little clown is noted to behave much wiser despite his youthful appearance, though he also does not seem to remember the MSPA reader. So this may not be Karako at all, but someone else using the troll as some kind of puppet. What did I tell you? Weird, concerning child. And I love him. I guess I'm talking to them right now. Hey, you four. Crap. I don't know what this is all about, but you can't just mess with the power in my mind space. I'm recording. It wasn't me. It was Shadow. It was not us. I swear to StarClan. You know I don't make that promise lightly. Well, it's not me or Phil. It's gotta be one of you. Huh. Satisfied, Mom? I don't get it. If we're all here, then who's messing with the mind space?
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Bleed Red and Alexandra Modelun.